guys, David with First Place Auto Parts, and today in the shop we're going to be taking a look at Threadlock products and how to determine what color and what strength requirement you need for your project.
Threadlock is an anaerobic adhesive that is used on bolt hardware when you don't want the bolt to loosen up and fall out due to either a combination of heat or heat and vibration, which is common in the engine, drivetrain, and suspension component areas of a vehicle. Threadlock comes into play in those type of situations when you take into consideration that the average bolt only has about 15 to 20% of its actual thread engagement that takes place when a bolt is tightened down. For most automotive applications, there are essentially 4 strengths of Threadlock that are at your disposal for use when reassembling or repairing your car. Those colors include red, blue, green, and most recently an orange Threadlock that is a hybrid Threadlock that is stated to have the strength of red but the removability of blue.
Are you confused yet? There's a lot of options. Stay with me here, and by the end, you'll understand exactly what color Threadlock you need for the project you're working on right now. One thing that you have to know about Threadlock products in general is that the package can be deceiving. The color of the Threadlock is actually the color of the product, not the bottle. So don't confuse the two. Okay, so now that we know when we're talking about the color of Threadlock, we're talking about the actual liquid or product inside the bottle and not the packaging. Why is that important?
That reason is because you can get green or blue Threadlock agent in a blue bottle. So just be sure that when we're talking about the colors or when you go to buy your Threadlock product, that you look at the label. The bottle itself or the color of the bottle is not an indication always of what's inside or the strength of the product.
Okay, now to the important stuff. Now to identify that we have to be aware that Threadlock is different colors and watch out for the packaging. The important thing is, what do each one of these colors do, and what's the proper one for your application?
Red Threadlock is a high-strength thread locker and is for heavy-duty or very high-vibration applications. Red Threadlock will require heat and special tools for disassembly. Red Threadlock will require 500-plus degrees of heat before it will separate and should be used on assemblies that are to be joined semi-permanently. Common applications include cylinder block bolts, ring gear bolts, and transmission stud bolts. Primarily it's used on 3/8 inch to 1 inch in diameter bolts and can be used to semi-permanently lock studs, bushings, and fasteners into place. Blue Threadlock is a medium strength thread locker and prevents bolts from loosening due to vibration. Common applications include drive shaft U-joint bolts and various types of mounting bolts that may require future removal. Bolts with blue Threadlock can be removed with hand tools and primarily is used for bolts that are 1/4 inch to 3/4 inches in diameter. Orange Threadlock is a hybrid formula that combines the stated strength of red Threadlock with the removability of blue Threadlock. Common applications include flywheel bolts, transmission mounting bolts, and case half bolts. Orange Threadlock is rated as being 3 times stronger than blue Threadlock and is for bolts that are 1/4 inch to 1 inch in diameter. And finally, there's green Threadlock, which is a light-duty thread locker and is unique in that it is a penetrating grade of Threadlock and is the only Threadlock designed to be applied to bolts after assembly. Green Threadlock utilizes a special wicking formula that will penetrate the gaps in assembled part and is primarily used on number 2 size bolts all the way up to 1/2 inch bolts.
Hopefully this video has been helpful in furthering your understanding of when and where to use Threadlock and the different types that are available depending on your application and where that bolt is going into your vehicle. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video today, be sure to follow First Place Auto Parts on Facebook and YouTube, where we will continually be adding new product review videos, how to install videos, and also be going to some really cool car events, car shows, drag racing events you're going to want to be sure to see. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of it. And until next time, keep the hammer down and keep it between the guardrails. Okay, so now that we know when we talk about the color of Threadlock,